I'm having a conversation with this guy, right? And this is what he's telling me. He said, "Hey, I really want to change my life, right? I'm not happy where I'm at, you know. I'm not making enough money. I really want to change. I want something else, but I'm not ready to make a change." I was like, "Okay, so you want something, right? You want something different, but you're not really to make a change." He said, "Oh yeah, I gotta be ready first. I want to make sure that I move out. I want to make sure that you know I have everything lined up. Everything is all in place before I make the decision. I want to be 100% ready before I move forward." And I was just thinking in my head, like, that's probably the worst. That's probably not the worst, but that's probably the wrong way to look at it. And here's why. I remember, I remember exactly the time. I remember exactly the time. What's going on, Marcus? What's up, my man? I remember the time where I wanted to quit my job. I remember the time where I would go to work every single day, right? And I was unhappy. And it's not because it was a bad job, because my job, it was a very secure job. I had, I had good benefit. I had retirement. I had insurance. I mean, on the outside, it looked like everything was great, right? I had the perfect job, but on the inside, I was so depressed, right? I didn't really like my job, and I wasn't really good at it. To be honest with you, I wasn't good at what I was doing, but I was telling myself, hey, if you keep that job, you have security. If you keep that job, you have money coming in every single month. You don't have to worry about your income. If you keep that job, you have all the benefits. You have everything, right? You have retirement. In 30 years when you retire, you're going to have some money, right? And I was just so afraid to make a change. But I knew I wasn't happy. I knew I wanted something else. I knew that I wasn't made for the typical 9 to 5. It just wasn't for me. I've done it for a long time, and I wanted something different, right? I knew that there was something else out there that I could do, right? And that was at the time where I got involved in my business, and I was doing my business on the side. So I would go to work, get off at 5. After 5 o'clock, I just do my business. And I knew that I didn't want to be in that situation for a long time. I didn't want to. I had anxiety every Sunday morning. Sunday morning, I would get up and I'd be like, oh my God, I got to get ready for tomorrow again to go to work. And again, it's not like my job was bad, but it's just that it's not something that I wanted to do. And I remember one day I was in the parking lot. I went on my break. I was supposed to go on break for 15 minutes, and I went to my car. I sat in the car for more than 15 minutes. I was in the car for like 20 minutes, and I said, "Man, I gotta go back to work," but I just didn't want to go back to work. And it didn't just happen once. It happened over and over again, and that happened and I kept telling myself, one day I'm not gonna be here anymore. And I told myself that story for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. And it led to 4 years, 4 long years of me not being willing to make a decision. And I just got to the point where I said, you know what? I'm sick of all this. Enough of all this, And I know if you're watching this right now, I know, some of you are in that situation. You're in a situation, maybe it's a relationship for you. Maybe you're in a relationship, you're not very happy, you want to do something about it, but you keep telling yourself, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it next week, I'm gonna do it Friday, I'm gonna do it Saturday, I'm gonna do it when I start. I'm gonna do it when everything's all lined up. I'm gonna do it when I have more money. I'm gonna start going to the gym when I get a gym membership, when I finally get a Planet Fitness membership, right? I'm gonna stop eating healthy when I don't know, whatever the case may be. We always have those type of excuses before we make a decision, and sometimes we never make a decision because of it. And one of the things that one of my mentors always says is that there is 2 type of people in life. There's usually 2 type of people in life. If you're watching this right now, I want you to ask yourself that question. There's 2 type of people in life. What's going on, Sheila? Thanks for joining in. There are people that, two type of people. There are people that the people that do something about it, and there are people that are always waiting to do something about it, right? There's always people that they're willing to make a decision. They're willing to say, hey, this is what I'm gonna do today. No matter what happens, I'm gonna make the decision. I'm not gonna turn back. Whatever happens, happens. But at least I'm courageous enough to make a decision. And there's people that always say, one day I'm gonna do it. In 1 week I'm gonna do it. The next day I'm gonna do it. But for me, for example, when I've made a decision to quit my job, when I've made a decision to what's going on, Tara? Thanks for joining in. Tanashi, what's going on, man? What's going on? When I made a decision to finally say, you know what? I'm tired of being here. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not happy. This is not healthy for me. This is, I was having all different type of anxiety. But when I made a decision to say, you know what, I'm gonna go all in, and you're right, Marcus, and thanks for all your messages, man. I'm gonna do exactly what you said. I'm gonna start that project we've been talking about. I'm gonna do it, because you might not even know, my brother, but you inspired me, man, for real. And Stephanie, thanks for joining in. But anyway, when I made a decision, I was so liberated, right? And then sometimes in life, the best decision happens when we're not quite ready for them. Sometimes we wait for the perfect time. We wait for the perfect, whatever the case may be. But sometimes the best decisions in life happen when you're not quite ready. The best decision in life happens when you really don't know the unknown. You really don't know what's going to happen. You really don't know, hey, when I quit my job, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know. I was like, man, I'm just gonna take a jump. Maybe it's gonna work out. Maybe it's not gonna work out. But I knew one thing. What's the worst thing that can happen? So I'm asking you right now. What's the worst thing that can happen to you? There's something you want to do. You want to make a decision. You're afraid. You keep procrastinate. What's the worst thing that can happen if you make that decision? What's gonna happen? Are you gonna die? Are you gonna die? Is this something? And I asked myself, okay, if you quit your job today, what's gonna happen? Well, some people are gonna say, man, how did you quit that good job with good benefit, right? But the question you gotta ask yourself is, do you live your life for yourself, or do you live your life for someone else? Right? And sometimes we want to listen to other people's opinion and things like that, because we want to feel validated. But if the person that you listen to, if they're not paying your bills, and they're not living the type of life that you want to live, why do you even want to listen to their opinion? Right? It's kind of like this. Sometimes people tell me, oh, my parents don't support me. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to do this. I want to do that. But my parents don't believe in me. My parents don't think I should do what I should be doing. Well, are your parents entrepreneurs? Do your parents ever had a business before? Have your parents ever had a business before? If they've never had a business, they've never been an entrepreneur, why are you taking advice from your parents who's not an entrepreneur? And some people will say, oh my God, why do you say that? That's my parents. I get it. I understand. That's my parents. Listen, if my mom tells me, wants to teach me something about being a parent, I will listen to my mom all 100%. But if she wants to tell me about something that she has no idea about, I mean, I got a lot of respect for you, Mom, but you don't know anything about this, right? So what does that got to do with you? Think about the things that you want to do in life. Think about some of the goals and dreams that you have. Think about some of the big decisions that you want to make, but for some reason it's been in your head for so long, and you keep saying, I'm going to do it today, I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it next week. And just make a decision. Make a decision and live with the result. Right? Make a decision and live with the result. If it works out, fine. If it doesn't, at least you make the decision, and at least you have the courage to say, you know what? I was willing to make a decision. Whether it worked out or not, at least I made it. Because here's one thing that I've realized. If I hadn't made a decision to quit my job, where would I be right now? I would still be at that place. Even though the income was good, I wasn't happy. I still wasn't gonna be happy. Ever since I quit my job, this has been, it's been a roller coaster. Let me be honest with you, it's been a lot of ups and downs, because you know there was a lot of unknown. I didn't know what to expect, but I feel so happy. I feel so proud of myself for making a decision. I feel so liberated. I feel like it's like a 20 pounds or 100 pounds weight off my back, because now I don't have to question what one day I'm gonna do this, one day I'm gonna do that. And what if that were you? What if you decided today to make that decision that completely changed your life, or you make that decision that you didn't know it was gonna work or it wasn't gonna work? Because it might work or it might not work, that's fine. But what if you finally decide to make that decision and you see your life change? So you don't have to wake up every single day asking yourself, why did it take me so long to finally break through? So I was just thinking about that, because when that guy came and he was telling me, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I'm not ready, it kind of made me think about myself and how oftentimes in life we are waiting for the perfect time to do something, while it's not about doing it when it's perfect. It's about doing it until you become perfect, because there's never going to be a perfect time. There's never going to be a perfect day. You just have to start to get better. You know, someone once said that you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. So you know, just had some things that I wanted to share with you guys. Thanks for joining in, Neon, Stephanie, Marcus, Tanashi, Tara, Sheila, Marcus. Thank you all for Abdul. Thank you all for tuning in, and you know, go out there and make a decision and live with the result.